Finally, after lots and lots of days of struggling, we're on to something here. All right, we're back in the shop. Last time you watched us on the Ratback, you watched us fail miserably a bunch of times. The whole day, for 2 days we failed. So we are running into some serious snags. We just got this framework all put in here, and we were doing some logistics measuring, which we don't do all the time, but we decided this time would be a good idea. So this right here is a pivot. From the bottom of the pivot to the top of the flat deck of the bed, 15 inches right there. That's gonna put my bed this level, which is no bueno. That can't happen. That's 4 feet off the ground. 4.5 feet off the ground. Which center of gravity wise, this truck tries to tip over. It's not gonna work. And then you throw my FJ on top of this. It puts the top of my FJ at 11.5 feet, which is not cool. That means I rip stuff off of it. It's not gonna work. I really wanted this to work like this, but it ain't gonna. We hope to not repeat that today. Today we're gonna have the outlines of a bed put on this thing and have it somewhat being able to dump. So we'll see how that goes. We've got all the pieces cut. We just got to start welding them together. I got to grind these all flat, put some 6-inch flat plate back here, because that is where our hinge will mount. It's right there. So we'll get this done and see if it works. I hope it does. We're just getting all the little braces welded in currently, and then we can start building the main frame of the box. So just tying everything to the headache rack so everything's nice and stout. And I think we just build, and hopefully it works this time. Fingers crossed this design is gonna work. All right, Hunter got the back of these ground up while I was building the back plates. So we can pull the truck out of the shop and build the bed part for it. Then we put it all together, so sounds easy.
That was easy.
What are we gonna do after lunch? I mean,
right?
This might actually look like we knew what we were doing when it's done. All right, the plates are welded in. Now these are gonna go like that. That's how they go. We'll weld those right down that flat, and then we should have us a dump bed, basically. It should be a matter of that easy right there. Okay, one down. Let's move that to the other side. We'll weld it on, and then we just build a box and put the hydraulics in it. Just. There's just always more. I think all we have left to do is set this metal up there, what we cut, square it up, tack it together, and then we'll fully weld it on. Let's do her. Get your lifting abilities, Hunter. On this side.
So is it gonna butt? It's gonna butt up against it?
No, wherever that thing is where it's gonna end. All right, let's grab the other one. All right, there's that. Now we put this front one in it, tack it. Then we put the back one in it, tack it, measure square. Should be fairly easy, really. It's gonna be a pretty good looking bed on it. That puts us 6 feet in the front and 6 feet behind the axle. We're gonna have a little bit more because the aluminum is actually gonna hang like 6 or so inches over the back of this. So all in all, it's gonna be good. Here, grab that side. I am literally gonna tack the outside of this so that we can move it to where you square where you need to be. Yeah. I'll come over and tack that side. We'll do the back and then we'll measure it. We should be able to tell. Yeah, that should hold that for a second. Let's do the back one. Now we gotta square it up. Okay. Check that side.
Saying we did something right for once.
I say that it's... that one's off.
A little bit.
This one could go just a hair more too, so I'll tap it, you check it.
Didn't get any better. Yeah,
Close?
close. We're gonna split the difference.
Let's check the others and see if we're close on all of them. We're dang close on all of them. I like it, it's close. Let's cross measure it real quick. We'll see where that is. Hold it on that corner. 150. 150 and a quarter. It's a little ski-wampus.
So shouldn't, if you hit this side down, that would do it. Just
should.
barely.
Should technically, right? Okay, go to that one again. It's pretty close. Pretty dang close. Within an eighth, and that's close enough for anything I build. I like it. Cool. We'll start welding this thing together. We got one side welded together. Now it's a matter of building all the cross braces in it and then welding it to this thing. But once the cross braces are in it, then we'll flip it upside down, weld all the bottom, then we'll weld it down. So we've got a bunch left to do.
How many cross members are you thinking?
I don't know for sure. That one's a 4x4. We're gonna cut that one out first. And then I think we'll gap it evenly and put them in. Now we got to build the bottom brace still and all the little pieces that go underneath of here to set it on. So we've got some stuff, but we still got some daylight left. We'll get some of it done. I think we'll right on that line right there. We'll cut it off. And then we'll take however much we want out of it. And we'll put that right back on. We'll make the winch set right up through that off the metal rack. It won't pull off the aluminum bed. It's going to pull off that rack we built.
Okay.
There's still some stuff we don't know. We're gonna make it work though. Yeah, that whole runner is gone. We're cutting it all off. We'll flip it upside down and cut this aluminum runner off, and then we'll just bolt down through the bed and bolt it to that frame. So. All right, one more piece of the puzzle. Who cut that? Give me that green thing. That's where that goes, pretty close. We'll do a little measure taping and get it square. That goes in right there. 38 and 16. So 3 of those, and then we go eat lunch. We've done quite a bit before lunch today, really. It helped failing for a couple of days prior. Okay, we've got all the pieces cut. We know this one's gonna weld in here, and this one can weld in roughly there. We don't know where the next one's gotta go because they're gonna be the part that lifts this up. So we've kind of got to mount all the hydraulics and get that figured out, and then we can mount it in. So we're to that. All right, we're back from lunch. We're back at this. We're squaring up. We're 49.5 and we're 49.5. It's square. I'm gonna weld it to the hinges currently. We're gaining. I'm gonna weld this seam in, and then we're probably gonna hook the crane onto the front.
Yeah, if we're fat enough, we could sit on there and
I don't
tilt,
think we're
right?
fat enough. I don't think that we've got enough in us. Welding her in. All right, I think we can hook the crane to the front of this and tilt this up and see just what it looks like tilted.
Look at that.
It'll go higher than that, but that's as high as that lifts. That's probably
So-
steeper than we want to drive up on.
You're just gonna put a big old hydraulic.
I'm gonna put I have it out there. We're gonna put the ram stuff right
Ram.
there, and it's gonna lift this that high. You guys pack that over there now.
All right, yeah.
Has all the parts and pieces we need, I think. Oh yeah, it's still heavy. Not as heavy. A guy could get it.
Two guys could.
Two guys could get it. You and Landon.
Oh, really?
You'll hold that in.
Oh, we just hit.
Which we could make that fit fairly easy. That's something of where it needs to be, I think. All right, we're just trying to figure out this hydraulic ram, how it fits in here, and this is looking like what needs to happen pretty close. Now we just gotta figure out how to actually make this work. Pull your way and we'll flip it over. It's like it was meant to fit there. I don't know why that won't just work. We'll have to build something that these will come in and hit. You like it?
Do.
I think that'll work. That'll put our pivot point here. We can haul sand in this thing when we're done. It'll dump. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it'll dump whatever you want.
To the long side.
Long side 18 inches. And then we'll start figuring angles. Okay, game plan. We cut some 18-inch pieces and we start going for it.
Voila.
That's gonna be pretty close enough, I think. To be when it's done right there. So we opened some mail today. There's no name, there's no nothing on it. I'm pretty sure this is for Hunter though.
Is that milk?
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk.
Probably ought to go put that in the fridge.
I'll go stick it in the fridge.
Put it in the fridge in the break room.
Okay.
You need one for the road.
I'm good.
All right, we're just mocking things up right now with the hopes that it's gonna work when we're done.
All right, let's see if we can center this thing.
Let her down right there. What?
Gotta go my way, I think.
Do you want to weld that in first? The bottoms. We don't weld that in first. We're not getting to it right there.
No.
That's jail climbing.
Right?
That's impressive.
That's probably high enough.
That's cool.
It is cool.
That's
It works.
That's cool.
All right. Now we just got a pile of welding to do and then hook some hydraulics and battery up and does it on its own. Why didn't we do this like 6 days ago? That's gonna be pretty good. I guess we can figure some mounts out for that thing. We can get it set in the frame and start hooking it up. Okay, I think what I want to do, I want to roll one of these or put one of these right tight to the back of this and we'll weld it into it. We have them cut, so they're right there.
Those two, right?
Yep, and then we'll split the difference
For that one.
for that one. And then I want to cut some short ones and put from this one to this one, because this is your, and then we need to cut some corner gussets for this side. And then we'll figure a winch plate out and we'll weld the other one wherever the winch plate is, so the winch will bolt down in the middle of it. Then we'll have to figure out how to run the lines up to the winch so that they don't get jerked out. But
This is our pump mount. Wherever we need to adjust it, we'll drill 2 holes. So this is the upright to hold the fuel tank on. We notch that. It's kind of hard to see black on rust, but we're going to cut that out. It'll slip in there. Should be pretty basic. It'll be good.
all right, we just got back from lunch. While these guys were at lunch, I got everything plumbed and wired, hoses made. I think we can pour oil in it and bleed the air out of it. Can you see it coming up in there?
Yeah.
Don't let me overflow it.
Yeah, you're getting close.
All right, let's see. It works. Doing its own thing. Shouldn't that fill back up when I go down? I guess no, it doesn't. No,
Not
because
until it's full.
yeah, not till the ram's full, right? And then it'll just trade places with it. All right, we're going down. Now I can fill that up, and we should be in the chips. Tell me when she's full.
Perfect.
Let's see what this looks like. Guess we had to grease those too while we're at it.
Holy.
Should go straight up.
Yep, that's pretty good. We should be able to do something with that. I don't imagine it's ever gonna need to be above the headache rack, unless you're dumping something off of it, washing it off, or working under it. Finally, after lots and lots of days of struggling, we're on to something here. So, got a little bit more finish work. We got to get the shocks put back on the back of it, and then lots of hours of welding aluminum to get this to fit. Got one shock to put back on it, and then we got to work on the winch plate on the front. We're about to call this a day. Right there basically is where that goes. Okay, should be able to go back up and I can weld her in. You put it where you like it. Oh, that's pretty close. I like it. I think that'll work. We're building just a guide for this. It's gonna weld into the frame, something of that nature. Probably right back there. And then this, if it gets shifted, it'll hit it and push it back into where it needs to go. Is that below that? That is, right? Weld the other side and then we'll lift it up. Yeah. Do we even need an inside one?
Shouldn't go anywhere. It's not
That's
gonna.
what I'm thinking. If you got one on either side, it can't shift, right?
Come out, right? It shouldn't.
Can't go either way. I'm gonna go with we don't need the inside one. I think that'll work. Warm. It's not bad, right? Hot. That looks heavy. It's really, really hot. In case you were wondering. Little grinding. You'll fit. Man, go lift that up. Okay, let her down. Too much. Let her down. Still too much. I gotta go grind some. Okay, go back up. Right. I'll grind some more. Good enough. Weld that thing in there. You got it. All right, we got this all put on. We're gonna go take it for a rip and see if the bed rattles or if it's good. So let's go. Kind of like this truck.
Sweet.
I don't hear it clanging at all. I think that's success, really. All right, so we put a ton of hours into this thing. Maybe next time we'll actually have a bed that we can park on. So we got one that functions, it goes up and down. Just don't have a platform, but soon enough. So thanks for watching.